Hey guys, so basically this is what if Jason Todd or Robin was in Young Justice season 2, part 1. Now basically guys, for my uploading period, or my uploading schedule, basically, my last commentary or my last post on my commentary, part of my channel, basically, or my community chat or whatever, I don't know. But basically, I was going to make What If Deck was Chronos, like later today, but I'm not making that because I'm just not in the mood to make it, and also I haven't scripted it, and I also haven't even thought through the story. So basically, I'm not gonna be making that right now. I am eventually gonna be making it, but I'm not gonna make it right now. So guys, basically, guys, my views have been dropping to really fast. And like I'm even having 60 views and 50 views on each video. So guys, basically what I want to share is, guys, if you have a request video, just drop it in the comments. I don't even care what you want to see. Any type of video. I could do an unboxing because I do action figures stuff on my channel. So any type of video you want to see from my channel, I mean like any type of video you want to see on my channel, as long as it's not sus, basically you can see it or I'll make it. So I can do pretty much any video as long as you guys will watch it, and that's pretty much it. So guys, basically the reason why I'm telling you guys is, tell me what you want to see, because I want to know if you guys want to see it, so I can make it for you and you guys can watch it and get my like it or whatever. So basically guys, what I'm asking you here is if you have any type of friends that like what ifs or anything along there, send them my way on my channel. And basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be uploading like a lineup of pretty much request videos or request comments I've gotten over the week. I'm just going to be doing a bunch of those and just grinding on those today and tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow. Basically, yeah, I'm going to be doing all that. So I'm going to be grinding today. Maybe at least like 4 or 5 videos I'm going to be uploading today. And also, I will be uploading a bunch of Invincible and Young Justice what ifs today. And also, I will be uploading part 2s and part 3s to MCU what ifs. Part 3 to what if Benton was in the MCU. And also, I'll be uploading part 2 to what if the Predators were in the MCU. Now, the video didn't get a lot of views, but request videos, Basically, guys, what I'm trying to say here is I do any type of real requests you guys really want to see. Now, if you guys have had request videos in the past and I haven't made it for you guys, please go in the comments and comment down below, that video you want to see. So, see you guys. So, let's get started, guys. Enough talk. Now, we start our story off with, season 2 of Young Justice. Basically, as Nightwing, becomes, as pretty much Dick Grayson becomes Robin. Basically, Tim Drake in this what if, Tim Drake's Robin is going to be introduced in season 3 instead of season 2. So Jason Todd Robin will be continuing as Robin in season, 2. Now, basically, we aren't specified what happened to Jason Todd Robin in the Young Justice what if in season 2, so I don't really know what happened to him in particular, but I can say that he was killed by basically killed by Joker, because he's like, he was at one point he was a part of the Young Justice, because we saw his statue or his memorials, a hologram near the cave next to all the other former heroes that died in combat or in honor and all that other stuff. So basically, this is what if Jason Todd didn't encounter, basically Joker just yet, and was still in the Young Justice by the time Blue Beetle and everybody else joined the Young Justice. So let's get started, guys. Now we start our story off with episode 1 of season 2. Now basically, episode 1, Happy New Year. And basically, we start our story off with the Justice League talking about the 6 members of the Justice League going missing for 24 hours or 14 hours. And basically, we could switch back to Gotham, Metropolis, or whatever, a city underground in the sewers. And we switch to the main team fighting against Clayface. Now, Superboy is running down the sewer looking for Clayface when he sees a puddle of clay. He grabs it and just thinks it's nothing and throws it back on the ground. But when Clayface comes out the water and ambushes Superboy, he says you always fall for that trick. Now, basically, Clayface is pretty much, well, forcing Superboy into his clay, body, suffocating him, saying even a Kryptonian need to breathe. Out of nowhere, pretty much Megan shows up and goes up against Clayface, taking Superboy out of Clayface. Pretty much Megan communicates with the rest of the team, saying that we found the target. Basically, I pretty much identifying Clayface. So now basically Clayface gets ready to fight Superboy and Megan, saying that he can do all you want, Missy. Nothing can hurt me. Out of nowhere, a dark shadowy figure that resembles Robin throws some shurikens at the back of Clayface. Clayface turns around, saying that trick doesn't work on me anymore. Superboy comes up behind him, saying, "Then try this," and throws a pellet in his body. It goes inside pretty much Clayface's mouth and basically, well, hardens him from the inside out, making him immobilized. Out of the shadows comes, well, not Tim Drake Robin, Jason Todd. Now, basically, Jason would be. We never specified how long Jason was in the Young Justice team, so let's just say Jason just began being in the team after Batman trained him for a couple years of him being Robin. Now, basically, Jason, let's say, would be about the same, age that he is in canon by the time he was, almost, murked by, Robin. I mean, when he was murked or killed by Joker, who was the same age as he was. Basically looking like this and coming out from the shadows. After Robin comes out of the shadows, a crocodile or Beast Boy comes out of the sewers in a crocodile form and detransforms, looking around saying, "What happened?" Now the rest of the team shows up and basically they detain Clayface. Now basically, sorry guys, if you hear noise in the background, it's probably just my neighbors or the construction workers outside. So yeah, so basically get where they're at. Gotham City, July 4th, 1616 East, 5 years later from season 1. So basically, we get switched back to Mount Justice, basically seeing Nightwing sparring with Lagoon Boy and knocking him down to the ground. After Lagoon Boy and Nightwing, spar a little bit, basically Superboy shows up with the rest of the team. Basically, everybody, gets to the cave. Basically, Bumblebee skips past her boyfriend, saying that we got a rain check for date night tonight. Basically, his boyfriend being kind of distraught as any guy would be. Mainly I wouldn't, because like I ain't all that lovey-dovey stuff. But basically, Megan pretty much unites with a Lagoon Boy. And Superboy is kind of angered by this. Jason, making a cocky remark towards Superboy, saying, "You wish that was you, huh?" Basically, Superboy getting kind of angry and just brushing past Jason. Superboy walks past Beast Boy and Blue Beetle, saying, "I'm hitting the showers." And basically Blue Beetle saying, "You need to hit the showers too, Beast Boy." Jason walks over to Nightwing, saying Clayface is back in his cell. And basically Nightwing saying, "Good job, Jason." Basically, Jason saying it's all in a day's work. Basically, smirking. And seconds after that, basically they get a distress call by the Justice League. They get an alert from what was it, Black Adam, or was it Atomic? I don't know. I think it was like Captain Atom. Yeah, I think it was his name. Now basically they get a call that the center or the pretty much the area or certain area is like pretty much filled or it has a distress call and some sort of disturbance there. Now we get hit with Lobo basically attacking the security guards at the building. Now basically everything happens accordingly. Superboy, Batgirl and Wonder Girl show up trying to take down Lobo. They are defeated quickly. Well, not quickly, but they're defeated eventually by Lobo, and Lobo rips apart the Senator, seeing that it's just, a alien inside the Senator, the Senator being a robot shell. Basically, the alien is grabbed by Lobo, and Lobo flies off with the alien. After that, the news finds out. And basically, the team is sent to, or Nightwing and the rest of the, main higher-ups in the team, basically are sent to the watchtower where pretty much they're introduced to Adam Strange. They get told about Adam Strange, and basically they get a whole entire backstory about boom tubes and how the aliens were trying to, take over, the world and trying to, infest it by bases all around the world. Now, basically, the team is set up in multiple teams, and basically, well, the beta team or gamma team, don't really know which one. Beta probably. Basically, Jason, you're replacing Tim Drake, Robin, being on that team mission with basically Lagoon Boy and Blue Beetle. They get ready and they go down near the pretty much area where they eventually try to see where the ship is. They go down and they see the alien transmission, where the alien pretty much waves coming from some sort of shed near the pretty much garbage area where they're sent to, and basically you see it's nothing there, and you can't even fit one singular boom tube in this. Now basically they eventually find out that the pretty much base of the aliens is actually underwater underneath the area. Now basically they go underneath and Lagoon Boy finds a way in. They get into the area, and basically Jason Todd looks around, basically trying to figure out a plan, but basically, a part of his head just saying to go in full thrust and to try to just take them all out. But him knowing better, knowing that, he can't take them all on. And, even if Blue Beetle and the Goon Boy went all out, it's too many aliens to go up against. They basically call back to base, and basically they tell them, well, to lay low and to just get information and to wait for reinforcements. Basically them waiting, but seeing that pretty much the alarms go off, seeing that the aliens have found them from a drone, pretty much seeing them on camera, and pretty much the aliens started to attack them. Now Jason takes out two batarangs, using them as knives, and started to straight up just shank, the aliens on sight. Now, pretty much Blue Beetle saying, "What are you doing?" And Jason's saying, "I'm doing what has to be done." Pretty much drop kicking the pretty much aliens down to the ground, and even stomping some of them out, but not killing them, but putting them in critical condition, almost killing them. Him basically cutting their chest open and throwing them down to the ground, and basically just, drop kicking them like yards away, pretty much like a football. Switch back to the cave, and pretty much everybody recalls and, transmission saying, what's happening with Beta Team. And pretty much, he says something, very, well, difficult. Basically, the three trio, Blue Beetle, Lagoon Boy, and Robin, start to straight up just keep on fighting against the, well, Croatians. Basically, they go back and forth against them, throwing them against walls, taking them out, and pretty much just trying to fight them as long as possible. Now, Jason is looking around trying to find some sort of, device to break down, to try to find some sort of, way out as fast as possible, and to try to keep them here and not escaping, and also keeping them alive as well. So Jason takes out more batarangs, electrified batarangs, and starts throwing them towards multiple, enemies. Now, these batarangs resemble Batman's batarangs from the Hush series, or just resemble Batman's batarangs, kind of like the batarangs from the 2006 The Batman TV show. Just look it up. Pause this video, look it up, come back. So basically, Robin starts taking down more of the pretty much bad Croatians alongside Lagoon Boy and Blue Beetle. Basically, the Croatians eventually notice Blue Beetle, and basically they start to retreat. Basically, the head leader recognizing Blue Beetle's Scarab, or Blue Beetle himself. And basically, they start retreating, trying to get away, and basically, the rest of the team trying to stop them. Pretty much Blue Beetle tells them that he understands them, basically saying that the alien is studying a self-destruct mechanism for the base. Now, basically, they start to hurry. Jason's saying to hurry up now. Basically, him having, well, going kind of berserker, because Jason is the most, pretty much, the most hot-headed Robin of all of them, and that's what I like about Jason, and also that Jason's the coolest Robin in my opinion, like no cap. Now, basically, Jason starts running around, throwing batarangs into the Croatians, basically killing them, but none of the other, members or Blue Beetle and Lagoon Boy don't notice it. Jason just taking out more Croatians more and more from the minute, him throwing batarangs lethally towards their head and their chest. Now, Jason sees this as not a, real big deal, because he just sees Croatians as, well, just alien scum. Now, basically, he still has, empathy towards other alien, pretty much other alien species like Kryptonians, and also other alien species like Martians and Kryptonians and Scarabs, and pretty much any alien that resembles humanoid features. So basically, Lagoon Boy starts running around and eventually gets to a point where he basically sees that the Proteans are retreating more and more of them getting away. Now they eventually come across pretty much play toys, or what the pretty much the aliens refer to them as play toys. But they get back down to the area and they see that it's a bunch of humans. They save the humans, grabbing them and getting them out there as fast as possible. Basically, Jason helping them out of the way. Basically, them gravitating towards Jason more than all the other aliens, or Lagoon Boy, basically seeing Jason as more of a closer person because Jason's human. Basically, Jason starts running down the halls, basically looking around, and they eventually escape the explosion from the building. Now, Jason actually grabs one of the Croatians and basically also grabs another one, two of them in both hands, and has a piece of Croatian technology just in the back pocket of his utility belt, eventually trying to use it as some sort of Batman type weapon. And basically, he runs out there, and they escape the explosion pretty barely. And basically, the rest of the team show up. Basically, them having to pretty much Jason pushing up two of the Croatians, and they pretty much are saying that we got some pretty much we got some witnesses. Basically, they go on, and we get skipped off on episode 1, and we get skipped to episode 2 of season 2. Now basically, we get skipped to episode 2 of season 2, and basically, since Robin didn't go with Superboy, Beast Boy, and Megan, Robin or Jason wasn't there, meaning that the story wouldn't really change that much. Meaning episode 2 would go exactly the same until the rest of the team arrived back on Earth. So we get skipped to episode 3. We get skipped to a bar, pretty much Big Bo's or whatever. I don't even know what this bar. Not even a bar. It's like a steak and shake place. Basically, they arrive there. Jason and Blue Beetle, instead of Bumblebee and Blue Beetle, show up there. Basically, Jason and Jason and I think Jaime's show up there. And basically, they interrogate the pretty much bar owner and say that the bar owner is some sort of alien or some sort of alien. Pretty much, he books it, saying that they aren't here, just for dinner. Basically, he books it, and basically Jason following after him, and his pretty much taking off his coat and stuff, showing his hero costume. Basically, Jason runs after him, taking out his batarangs, throwing him right in the back of the alien, trying to get answers, grabbing him, and pretty much brutally punching him, kind of like Dark Knight Batman, just going like all in, just beating his opponents down to a blade pulp. He's trying to open up the robot shell, but eventually sees the robot or the alien comes out of the robot shell that the owner, looks like, or the owner is alien, but he's wearing an alien shell or whatever. Basically, he, dips, and he's able to escape. Basically, Jason yelling out and pretty much cussing over and over, saying that we lost him. Basically, pretty much Blue Beetle saying it's okay. It's okay, okay? Calm down, Jason. Jason smacking his hand over Michelle, saying, don't talk to me. Let's just get back to the base. Now basically, we get switched back to, we get switched back to pretty much the team, and we get switched back to pretty much them talking the same type of way. Nothing really changes that much. Basically, just getting switched back to the Crotanes that, Robin captured. Basically, them, and also the Crotanes they captured, or whatever. There's Crotane. Basically, Martian Manhunter's trying to get information from the Crotane, but when Megan sees this as an opportunity, and basically uses her psychic abilities very harshly, and basically, like, straight up just dips in the mind of the Crotane and pulls out, making the Crotane brain dead. Not killing it, but making it basically a vegetable. I mean, like, really, like, why? I see how Superboy, says that earlier on in the series, spoilers, that, Megan uses her powers like they're a toy, and she basically toys around with the minds of others. And basically, the whole entire thing about her trying to erase the memories of Silverboy being mad at her, and that's why Silverboy broke up with her because she was using her abilities like using her abilities just like recklessly, and breaking minds. So guys, basically, making this information that she needs, and basically we can switch back to Melina Island, where they're going, because Melina Island was the area where the aliens, were pretty much going to, where the alien remembered where the base was. And basically, we can switch back to Aqualad and Black Manta showing up at Melina Island. Batman, Lagoon Boy, Jason, and the rest of the team show up towards Melina Island, going there. Batman tells them that this is a recon mission and it's not a forced mission. We just gotta get all the information that we can and about the Crotane's invasion, society, or pretty much their mission to invade pretty much Earth. And basically Aqualad, Aquaman, Megan, Superboy, Robin, Batgirl, and all others basically they are told that this is a pure recon mission trying to find out the strategy for the Crotane's invasion, and then after we get all the information that we can, we'll shut them down, and then let the Green Lantern Corps take them in and pit them in behind bars. Basically, we see their mission, come in clutch, and they pretty much get into Malign Island. Drop zone happens. Aqualad and Aquaman and Lagoon Boy drop down at the pretty much beta drop point, which underwater, basically seeing Aqualad and Aquaman basically going down near the water area, trying to pretty much open up the door. And basically they open up the door and they get back into the water area. We get switched back to the rest of the group, basically Nightwing and pretty much everybody else showing up near the gate, and pretty much them taking out a couple guards as the way there. Pretty much Batman, taking out them. We get switched to the Crotanes basically talking back to Aqualad, and basically Aqualad telling them, pretty much the Crotanes just talking to each other, but basically Aqualad, and meanwhile, he's doing his thing. Now basically, Aqualad tells the Crotanes to do what they're doing, or just, takes, pretty much, making orders and trying to make this mission possible. Now basically, we get switched back outside, with the rest of the team taking out all the guards, and basically Aqualad saying the guards aren't responding. Now he goes back out there, looking around, and basically sees that, they pretty much Aqualad and pretty much Lagoon Boy has set up a camera to look up what's happening on the surface area underneath the water area. Now, pretty much Jason, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Jason, Nightwing, and Batgirl show up, pretty much, docking around the area, trying to sneak around. And pretty much Aqualad, out of the blue, recognizes that Aquaman and Black Manta are basically... No, Aqualad recognizes that Lagoon Boy and Aquaman are spying on them, or spying on him. So he shoots lasers underneath the water, basically taking, or pretty much cutting, Lagoon Boy and Aquaman off guard, pretty much getting them off guard. And I was getting switched back to the A-Team, the Bat Family, taking down more of the pretty much Black Manta guards. They take him out pretty quickly. Basically, Jason coming in clutch, basically taking out the two of the guards, basically, or two of the goons, basically taking out two of his knife-like shurikens. And they're just showing what his batarangs look like. These are what Jason's shurikens look like. They're basically just a red metal that's kind of bronzy-like, so it's like a darkish brownish type of metal that uses the shurikens as. And his shurikens, or his batarangs, are like switched back and forth to the color black and just red, or in between those colors. So yeah. Now basically Jason, takes out his knife batarangs and just start cutting the guards and knocking them out pretty quickly, stabbing them in the arms and stuff like that. Nightwing sees that Jason is getting a little bit brutal, but basically doesn't say anything. As the guards are shooting in the water, Lagoon Boy and Aqualad come out of the water in clutch, basically taking out the guards that are shooting at them pretty quickly. The Crotanes see this and they send their pretty much, fleets or the machines to basically take down or to fight pretty much, the team. We see that a dark figure slips in between the pretty much pretty much between the holes of the dock area, basically him planting some sort of device, a bomb, as everybody is occupied fighting each other or fighting the guards. That black figure runs off, basically, pretty much the Crotane's losing, and the Crotane's trying to find out a plan to win. Now, basically, we can switch back to Batman taking down more goons, and basically, Nightwing basically saying Batgirl maneuver 7. Basically, Batgirl doing her, move, taking down more guards, and basically getting us getting switched back to Jason, pretty much kicking the guards off the ledges, and pretty much just cracking their bones, and actually slightly toying with them a little bit. But basically, Nightwing telling Jason to stop it. Jason says whatever, and basically picks his batarangs back up, and him jumping down near the same dock area where pretty much, near the same railing where pretty much Batgirl is. Batman throws more shurikens towards the 3 guards, or just throws shurikens underneath the railing underneath the guards, making it explode and making the guards fall into the ground. Aqualad is still fighting the rest of the team, basically him fighting up against Lagoon Boy and Aquaman. Now he's fighting them all the same. Aquaman gets, wounded, not really wounded, just gets blasted in the shoulder by pretty much Lagoon Boy, not Lagoon Boy, pretty much Black Manta, and basically, guys, pretty much Aqualad tries to, escape, or is trying to escape, basically telling everybody to, rendezvous point towards the ship, or, just keep the heroes back and keep them from, coming towards them. Basically, Aquaman gets back up. Seeing that the machines are ganging up against Aquaman, Aquaman's backing up a little bit, but sees, just in time, the boy Superman, Supergirl, the boy Superboy, Superman, and Wonder Woman show up in clutch alongside Wonder Girl. Basically, Aquaman smiling at this. Now, basically, Wonder Woman and pretty much Wonder Girl start to fight the robots. Basically, Wonder Girl being all fangirl, but Wonder Woman saying to stop fangirling and to a little bit more fighting. Now, basically, the Crotanes get the technology or the information that they need from our drive, and they move on, giving each other, knowing nods, then walking off. Now, basically, the rest of the goons, or the rest of the pretty much henchmen of Aqualad and Black Lagoon, or pretty much Black Manta, are pretty much fighting up against the rest of the league. Aqualad tells the rest of his crew, saying 3 minutes until departure. Pretty much him about to dip it. Basically, pretty much Aqualad and McGann pretty much come towards and clutch towards Black, or pretty much Black Manta, basically taking him out and pretty much punching Black Manta as hard as possible, knocking the helmet off, and seeing that it's actually Aqualad or McGann underneath the helmet. Basically, Aqualad and pretty much Aqualad and the Goon Boy being incredibly shocked at this. Basically, everybody starts talking to pretty much, it's Aqualad, basically Nightwing stepping in, saying that it was a mission. Look, Aquagirl knew the risk. Basically, Aqualad saying, science, coward. Pretty much, Lagoon Boy saying not to stand up for him. She's just another blah blah blah. Basically, they just have the same type of argument against Aqualad. Basically, Jason sees this and he tries to just step in automatically and pretty much drops on top of Aqualad trying to take him out. Aqualad stabs Jason in the chest, or in the pretty much stomach area. Basically, then watching as Jason falls onto the ground. Basically, Aqualad looking down at Jason, saying, "You brought this on yourself." Kicking Jason against a rock, knocking him out, down for the count. Basically, Lagoon Boy, pretty much Aqualad makes a distraction and getting away, and them departing and them being able to escape. Basically, Robin yells out and say pretty much Robin and pretty much Nightwing and Batman yell out in grief, saying no, basically harmoniously, and pretty much Nightwing runs straight towards Jason, grabbing him and pretty much clutching him, basically saying, "Don't leave me, Jason." This is Jason coughing up blood. Now, basically, Batman would have jumped down, saying, "We gotta get him to medical attention." Basically, Superman saying, "I'll get him there." Basically, grabbing Jason and flying off after he took, the whole torpedo that pretty much Aqualad shot at or was trying to shoot Nightwing. Now, basically, Nightwing eventually comes across the bomb, and they say it might be pressure sensors, and we should just get it out here. Now, they escape the Milan Island, and Milan Island blows up. Now, basically, Superboy gets Jason to a hospital, but not without Batman telling, Superboy to get Jason out of his, pretty much, clothing, or pretty much just take him to the, take him to the medical base at the Mount Justice. Now, Superman takes him to Mount Justice, and basically, the people there, treat Jason, and Jason's wounds are covered up. Jason's wound is covered up, and Jason doesn't die yet. Because that wouldn't be much of a what if series if Jason, if my main character I was doing the what if on, died the first, pretty much, the first part. And basically, guys, for this whole entire what if, now I'm not going to be ended off here. Actually, I'm going to leave it off here. But part 2 will be about episode 4 and 5. Or probably just episode 4. Episode 4 is long enough. So yeah, guys. So basically, I'm going to leave it off here. So the next video I'm going to be uploading is two MCU videos. What if Ben 10 was in the MCU part 3, and also what if I think it was another another what if Young Justice Spider-Man and Ben 10, and another Young Justice of, I think it was another Young Justice. What if Young Justice was, what if the Mask was in Young Justice? So basically, I will be doing what if the Mask was in Young Justice right after this video, or after this video is done editing, and I'm already recording the video, and I'm also going to be uploading 2 MCU what ifs after that video. I will be uploading what if Ben 10 was in the MCU part 3, and I'll be uploading part 2 to what if the Predators were in the MCU. Now, guys, so let's get started with, the whole entire grinding, and I'm going to leave it off the video here. So I hope you guys, be safe. See you guys later. Bye. As always, guys, have a blessed day.